Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Yes. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just super excited. The spring update for BattleFront 2 is coming up. It is coming up. And it's gonna be the best thing that will ever happen to this game. Because it's the thing that has been plaguing it its basically whole life ever since it was basically released. Maybe like 3 or so months after that. But basically, and by this you probably know what I'm already talking about, loot boxes. They're still gonna be in the game, and you're still gonna be able to buy them with real money, but no more progression. Now it's gonna be like skill points and what the progression should have actually been. So to have something like it, actually Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty World War II right now. And really any Battlefield game in the whole entire history. So basically it's gonna get, the more you play with a certain type, so let's say for example the officer class, which I'm playing as, the more you play with this person, the more you get kills and do stuff with that character, the more kind of skill points you'll get. So say you go like on a high I don't exactly know because there's been no gameplay or anything shown of it, but from what I'm getting, basically the more you play with a certain character, say Yoda, Darth Vader, or the Jetpack Trooper, or the Wookiees, the more skill points and stuff you'll get towards that progression, such as Battlefield 1's kind of like leveling up with each character, and then you have your main level up, so you can get your medic to rank like 50. Yeah, it's 50. You get it to rank 50, and that's basically it. It gives you it just, you level up and you're able to buy the weapons, but that's to rank 10. But you'll be able to buy the star cards and stuff like that. The guns will still be locked behind the kill, so however many kills you get with that class, which I don't care about, that just makes it harder. And that's how every single EA for FPS shooters have really been like. They always have a challenge with them. Easy or hard, they normally have a challenge, and that's basically gonna be it. Now, I think this is gonna be amazing because guess what? They're gonna open up to cosmetics. But we're gonna have to see what type of cosmetics, because as we all know, they have their hands tied with the Star Wars franchise. As long they have to keep to Star Wars, they can't veer anything from Star Wars. So they can't have Darth Vader in like the bright pink and just all bright pink. They can't have Darth Vader running around like that. Or they can't have, I don't know, a Death Trooper with, I really don't know. But there's, like, they can't have really outlandish stuff. So, like, gun skins, like, that's probably not going to be in the game. Because, well, there's really no painting on the guns too much. Except for, what's her name? I can't remember her name right now. Star Wars Rebels. She's the Mandalorian girl who likes to paint a lot. I don't know why I can't remember her name right now. I can't remember any of their names actually right now. My mind is completely blank. I am very good. I am great at remembering stuff. Me great at remembering everything, especially names. I am really good at remembering stuff. But basically this will be amazing. We'll have to see what happens, because this, even though this is gonna happen, this probably won't drive up sales or anything, because people don't care. They think EA won't change, and I have a different mindset. This will probably get me more into it, because they said they're gonna have daily challenges and stuff like that. Hopefully they get into the weekly events like what Call of Duty has been doing. I can't stop myself from playing that game. It's really hard for me to stop because they keep coming out with content, and that keeps bringing me back to the game. But once that week-long content is gone, I'm basically, it's like, I don't want to grind this game anymore. This game is boring. Why am I playing this? There's nothing. Like, yes, I have this thing, but this order, whatever. But now that they're actually giving you progression to actually aim for, I think this game will be amazing. Because the maps are really good. They're really good. Hi, I'm back. It's actually been a few days since I've recorded last, so since I did the narration on this, but basically I have no idea where I left off. I tried. I don't really feel like listening to my voice because it would be weird, but it's whatever. I digress. This game, it seems to be going in the right direction. EA is really weird, I had to say. EA is really weird. Because they always mess up at the beginning. Look at, except for like a few games. A few games they do really well at the beginning, and some games I don't really know a game that EA has made that, but also I haven't been around a bunch of a lot of, I haven't really been into gaming for that long, like maybe, like, it's been like 2 or 3 years, I don't really know, that I've actually been listening into gaming and stuff. So I haven't really heard anything of EA actually making the worst game in existence, but I bet it's out there. But right now, it seems EA is making a bunch of games where they mess up at the beginning, and then they actually get really good. And this seems to be happening a lot. And it isn't the worst thing, but it's also the worst thing at the same time. It's like, it's really weird, because it's helping them and hurting them. It's helping them in the long run, but as you saw with BattleFront 2, it can really hurt them in the beginning, which means they don't make any more money, and there's no more long run. It's all over. But like, we'll have to see what happens with the next Battlefield. First off, no one knows anything about it. There's only been rumors and speculations with these supposed leaks, which they're just leaks. They can't officially be confirmed until EA officially confirms it. So, we don't really know. We're not supposed to know anything, and we truly don't have anything confirmed, so we really don't know anything. So we're just going off of blind stuff, and it's a bunch of speculation, and if EA makes a really good Battlefield, if Respawn has a really good Star Wars game, then they might be able to pull it out of what they're in right now. Might. Because the whole new progression will probably bring in a few people to come back, but no one's gonna truly, like, say, I forgive you because of this. I'm gonna say, I can't forgive either company right now. Both companies are trying to get as much money as they can. Activision and EA. It's just no one puts the spotlight on Activision. Everyone's like, EA, 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 and stuff like that. Activision, like, did it for 3 years, and they didn't change anything. This happened for a year, and they changed it. They changed it, like, maybe less than a year. But it hasn't been that long, and they immediately changed it. Activision, basically, you paid $60 for the base game, and you got your money's worth out of that $60. But say you wanted the season pass, well, yeah, you get the maps that no one's gonna play on in like a month or two. So you paid $60 for these stupid maps. If you buy the DLC, you're buying the DLC for the guns and a little bit because of the maps. And, well, you don't get those guns. You have to pay another $500 on top of that to actually unlock all the guns for that DLC. And that's what happened in all of them. Even Infinite Warfare. I'm not gonna do... Because yes, you got the base weapons, but those base weapons aren't gonna do anything against your variant that is a one-shot kill. Like, you get, like... Say you have your base variant, and it has, like, it's a 4-shot kill to the head. Well, okay. Like, I know that's not realistic, that would never happen, it would be way quicker, I don't know, however many shots. But then you get the epic variant, and it's a 1-shot kill to the head. Well, don't you want the epic variant? You don't get it. You have to pay to get that epic variant, or that rare variant. You had to pay to get the legendary variant, or whatever you want. And that was some BS. It was just... this is just crazy. This whole mess is crazy. It started with some indie games doing the skins, like CSGO and stuff. But... and then EA picked it up. EA did the battle packs. They did the battle packs, which, like, it just gave you attachments and stuff like that, give you skins. Well, it doesn't matter. You just unlock that through gameplay, which is, like, really easy if you're good or you're decent. Then you get and you play with that gun a lot. Then you get the attachments for it. But then Activision got their hands on it, and they messed everything up.
We're too late to do any good. The rebel
They decided to put weapons in it, and variants of weapons. And that's what started the whole thing
I know you can
in
hear
my
me,
mind.
and I know it's Taco Dana, but
Then
we're
EA
here to
saw
fight.
this,
Stormtroopers are
and
coming
so
for
they
our
put
buddies
it in
at
BattleFront 2.
Best thing we can do is
And
fight
then they
back.
also took that out,
We set up a
hoping to
memorial,
get their
we've been
money's
there as
worth,
long as
get the
we can.
normal amount of
You'll be
money.
fine, just be careful.
But that backfired on them because they did it way too much. EA still messed up, and obviously they're trying to get money. But I'm putting the blame on... That's how it all started. That's how I think it's somewhat how it all started. Is EA saw another way to make a little bit of cash, not that much, and not do that much. So they're just like, here's some skins and you can unlock some attachments from this. And you didn't really feel the need to buy it, because why do you care about, like, skins so gonna affect your gameplay? And then you can easily unlock that vertical grip that you wanted. Well, you just get 10 kills, and now you got a vertical grip, instead of wasting $100 to get a vertical grip. Like, you just way easier to actually play the game than to get it out of supply drop. And it was just like, oh, I got it, cool, I don't have to grind for it. It's just like, okay, whatever. It wasn't that, like, oh my god, I got the vertical grip, that saves me like an hour of gameplay. No, it saved you like a half an hour of gameplay. It wasn't that bad. You just played one game of Conquest, boom, you got an attachment, or got the gun. And Battlefront 2, just, you had to play hours upon hours upon hours to unlock everything. Now you still have to play hours upon hours, but it doesn't seem impossible. If you really like the assault class, well, you can unlock that within like a month if you play it a lot. But if you're someone who's casual, you'll be able to get a legendary in like at least a few legendaries within a month, which is really good. Which means, say you play assault a lot, well, you can get the legendary cards that you always use, and then you can just gradually upgrade everything else. Okay, not that bad to me. Because you get the legendary cards you want, and you don't have to, like, hope you get the parts for it. You don't hope you get the scrap parts for it. Or hopefully get that legendary variant out of a supply drop. It's a little bit more, you have to focus on what you put your, like, training points or whatever into it. So it's a little bit more skill-based, which I like. I think this is way better than what it is. And it's not perfect, but you're not going to be able to, like, pay to win, because now there's no cards in there. It's just, they got completely rid of the card system. It's totally new. There's still, every card's the same, but it's a totally new way of getting it. There's nothing left in the supply drops, which is amazing. It's only skins, which skins, I'm gonna somewhat take off some of the blame from EA. Because it's somewhat not their fault. Disney is holding them to the standard that it's really hard to keep in line with, which is keep everything canon. You cannot, if you put in a Santa Darth Vader, that's not Star Wars, and you can't have that. You can't have any variation. It has to be part of the Star Wars canon, the skin. You can't have, and this is what they're battling with, is, like, how much can you verge from it being not Star Wars anymore? Because they can't have First Order fighting, droids. That's kind of where their hands are tied. They can't go off. They can't do their own things with Star Wars. They have to somewhat go off the Star Wars canon, which is somewhat what is making everything horrible. And that's why they're really scared of skins, because they're also somewhat scared of Disney. Because Disney wants this. They don't want anything that is non-canon to be in this game. Which obviously they were a little lenient in letting, because they're just scared of everyone. Basically, Disney, LucasArts, which is owned by Disney, so Disney mainly, and everyone else. Because people don't want it. That was the whole discussion, is, are you gonna see Darth Vader going and killing a bunch of droids? And yeah, but that was like somewhat the argument, is like, should we do this? Should we mess up the canon a little bit to allow Darth Vader? Because otherwise it's not going to be that fun. You're just going to be able to play Darth Maul, and that's it. The other side gets another hero, and that's going to be harder on them. But it's just that's the whole balancing, is how do you make a good game but also try to keep as much to the canon as you can. And that's the problem they're somewhat having right now with the skins. And I'd say, good job, EA, for actually changing the game. Like, Black Ops 3 still, to this day, all of the Call of Duties that have supply drop variants still have them. And if you own the Season Pass, you don't get anything. Except for Infinite Warfare, but still, I think that's still not good system. That's still not a good system. Because the base variants still are really bad and horrible, and they suck. But, well, hopefully they can start focusing on actual maps, because I felt like the DLC that came out, I can't remember what it was called, but the Last Jedi, I think it was just called Last Jedi DLC, but that Last Jedi DLC that came out, I thought that was a little bit lacking. There's no new weapons, 2 new heroes, and 1 new map, which is okay. It's not amazing. It's okay. And eventually, oh, and 1 new vehicle only on 1 map, so whatever. It wasn't amazing to me, and I didn't really like it, and that didn't hold me in. And I think EA needs to do way more events, and that's what they're not good at, is doing events. They need to make them fun and interesting. Like, Call of Duty right now has, like, brand new game modes. Like, I like cargo. jetpack cargo is really fun. There's still little tweaks they need to make to it because sometimes I had a game that lasted a half an hour to an hour because the beginning of the game was everyone killing each other and the cargo got nowhere. So yeah, that was a boring game after a while. We won, but that was not. Woohoo, so fun. I'm having so much fun. It was just like, yay, we're dying, dying, dying. Why are you saying, why did I stay in there? Because I was trying to get the Princess Leia outfit. And guess what I did? I never got it. So, woohoo! I did so much. But, a little bit off of my ranting. I ranted a lot, and I just started talking about stuff. Well, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys later. Bye!